Alright, how's it going, everybody? Today we are going to be doing some more Nomad Survival videos, so this is going to be the easiest one I've ever done, because I realized earlier that I don't have a video for Chain Lightshock, and what better a skill to make a video for than Chain Lightshock, so we're finally going to do this. It's easily top 2 abilities in the game, so let's see how it goes. Like always, I'm gonna save all of my rerolls for when I get to that first chest so I can get the relics, but I have to say I am very confident that I will be able to get Chain Lightshock, just because I always get it every single game. I have to say, I think every single game I get Chain Lightshock to max, outside of the Lightning Strike one because I was doing some testing. But yeah, I always get Chain Lightshock to max. I always get Chain Lightshock relics. It throws itself at me. So I'm not gonna say no. This time I'm gonna get to do it. So Chain Lightshock, like I was saying earlier, is easily top 2 skills. The only ability I think personally that is better is Icicle Barrage. However, Chain Lightshock is always gonna be a fantastic producer of damage. There's never a bad time to go Chain Lightshock. If you're ever having issues clearing, if you're ever having issues doing a challenge maybe, just go Chain Lightshock. It's gonna make your life so much easier. It's an extremely strong ability at all times in the game. It never gets weak. It one-shots almost the whole time you're playing. So definitely pick it up if you're having any issues, or even if you just want a secondary like DPS ability. For whatever build you're going, Chain Lightshock, always a good time. I don't feel like it really disrupts too many builds because it just kind of does its own thing. You'll see it go out, you'll see a bunch of stuff die randomly, and you don't have to worry about it too much outside of that. So definitely recommend it. The only negatives I have are that Chain Lightshock doesn't have any particular target, so it just kind of shoots at something. I could not tell you what it aims at. Maybe ask the developer. They're pretty good at responding on Steam. Maybe I'll ask them. But it doesn't target the nearest, and it doesn't seem to like target anything with the most HP. It seems pretty random, so I personally just have not been able to tell. But that's only bad for bossing. For the most part, it's general clear. Very good. If you ever pick it up, you'll see that it is definitely a top damage dealer. So I am interested to see if I'll be able to out DPS the Cultist ability with Chain Lightshock, because the Cultist ability has much greater range than Chain Lightshock does, so I'm interested to see how it's gonna go. I gotta say though, this game I am doing awful in regards to EXP. Normally I'm level 30, 33 at 4 minutes. As you can see, I am significantly underpowered. Underleveled. Underpowered is not the right term. I'm trying to not grab Icicle Barrage, so I don't have too easy of a time. I feel like that would make it less fun. Icicle Barrage is just so strong, especially on this map. But we'll see. Like always, Cultist makes quick work of the chests. Like I said, Chain Lightshock. It's the game's favorite ability. Easy. Alright, first relic. It unleashes 5 damaging sparks around you. So you'll see when Chain Lightshock goes off, I'll have these little sparks next to me. The sparks are really great for clearing out things that are obviously around you. It's also pretty good for bossing. It's a more consistent damage dealer. But as you can tell, Chain Lightshock doesn't go off that often. When it does though, it wipes the screen. Its strong point is definitely large groups of mobs. Hopefully we can just get the second relic off of this boss here that's going to spawn at 7 minutes, and then I could just enjoy the rest of my gameplay. That'd be fantastic. So as you can see, the damage itself was really good. It hit for like maybe 1/5 of its HP. And if I'm lucky enough to get the sparks to hit it, I'm gonna have a good time also. Boom, 2 relics already. Easiest game of my life. So I'm just gonna roll down and do whatever I want now. Wow, that's nice. So this one is the secondary lightning gets full bonuses, so or full bounces, sorry. So at level 5 you get a secondary lightning chain light shock basically, and it doesn't normally have the full bonuses or bounces. Sorry, bonuses and bounces. It just in that text it just kind of reads very similarly. But anyways, yeah, you normally wouldn't have the same amount of bounces, but now it does. So you're hitting significantly more enemies. I'm gonna roll for it. I'll take Chain Lightning, but I'm really looking for the experience one. I feel like I'm so underleveled. I haven't been getting item pickup range or study, so I feel like I'm leveling up very, very slow. Like I always recommend also whenever you're playing Cultist, go ahead and pick up Fireball, pick up Magic Missile, pick up Icicle Barrage. Something that can confirm consistent damage to a boss. The reason why I say Fireball and Magic Missile is because those target the closest enemy. That way, the boss is going to live for a lot longer than a normal mob, right? So generally, it's going to be the closest mob to you. And you can almost guarantee that those abilities are going to be hitting it. Icicle Barrage is purely for the fact that you can aim it yourself. Same thing with the Great Divider, but I don't consider that really a fantastic boss killer or anything like that. It does okay damage, but it's better for its knockback. Let's see if we can get some more Chain Lightning. Boom, third one. It's too funny. The third one should just add base damage. Yeah, base damage +1. It's not, 1 damage, but it is a set percent. Whatever 1 is. It's like, imagine, your strength is 10 in like an MMORPG. And so at 10 strength, you hit for like 100, right? If you go from 10 to 11, you're not going to be hitting for 101. You'll probably be hitting for 110. So think of that +1 in that regard. Just in regard to base damage, though. In regards to like +1 amount, that literally means +1 amount. +1 pickup range, I don't honestly know what that entails. Obviously, it's some amount of space, but what exactly that is, I don't know what, 1 pickup range would be, so I couldn't tell you how much it's going to increase it. But as you can see, Chain Light Shock, it clears the whole side of your screen. Whenever it goes off, it does good damage. It almost might be better off on Dry Marsh, just because I think the base HP of mobs is higher on Crossroads, which makes sense as it's the 2nd level map. So on Dry Marsh, Chain Light Shock just clears through the screen so quickly. Finally getting my levels into the experience passive called Study. If there's ever 2 passives or just abilities in general that I'm going to say you have to get every single time you play this game, it's going to be Study and it's going to be Psychokinesis, which is item pickup range. Those are the 2 most important things for you to get. It is worth putting 20 points into that. You might think it's a waste. You might think you want more weapon damage or weapon skill size or something like that, but let me tell you, if you get the bonus experience and then you also have the pickup range, which makes it to where you have to worry a lot less about going out of your way to pick up the experience, you will just level up faster. Leveling up faster and getting a higher level means more points. Like I'm saying, you can't really make Chain Light Shock hit the boss. It happens occasionally, but it's not something that you could depend on. Could you just run away the whole time? Yeah, totally. But some people might not feel super comfortable doing that, so I definitely get it. Let's see how many Chain Light Shocks we can get in this one. Ooh, I'll take the boss skill. The boss skill is fantastic on this one. And I'm just taking rerolls just for fun. So I got another relic, so it's again +1 base damage. So now it has +2 base damage. This is why I like this boss skill so much. Look at how big those guys are. They're huge. Wow. Like I said, this game just loves Chain Lightshock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relics. I believe this is the most relics I've ever gotten for a skill before. Colorless Glyph was a close second at 4. But I have never gotten 5. And you know, I still have 3 more chests. So what is there to say that I don't go for 6, 7, and 8? If that happens, I'll forever believe this game is rigged and that Chain Lightshock is just the most important skill in this game. And I haven't even used that many rerolls. I haven't even gotten to the 64 cost reroll yet. That's what's so disgusting about this. Normally you'll see me struggling at the second chest, already used all my rerolls, and I still don't have the freaking second relic. And this one, it's like, yeah, you're doing Chain Lightshock? Oh god, we love Chain Lightshock. Here, have some relics. Alright, so here's the level 10 thing, is unleash a secondary string of lightning with half of the bounces. So I was wrong, it's not level 5, it's level 10. And so what the second relic does is it makes this second string of lightning have the max amount of bounces. And that's absolutely bonkers. Because normally you would have like 1.5 chain lightnings basically, but with that second relic it turns it into 2. And the clear's already fantastic with 1, so 2 is just absurd. And I think just for funsies, I'll go weapon damage, and I will go skill size. So we could really get a good look at Chain Lightshock. Because it's a good looking skill. It is kind of hard to like really see because like lightning, you know, strikes quickly. You don't really get to see it for that long amount of time, but it still does look really nice. So I'm wondering, you know, if increasing the size has any impact on kind of its damage or AoE. I'll also always pick up Psychokinesis just because it's never a bad pickup. As I roll it. That was an accident. I'm so bad. I have such bad like tunnel vision. I'm only looking at like the middle two, and I'm kind of just like glaring over the whole thing, and I'm not really paying that much attention. It's my favorite noise. That means I picked up a magnet. Magnets are great. One thing I like about this game is that, as far as I'm aware, it takes a significantly longer amount of time for money or experience that drops on the ground to actually disappear. So if you get a magnet, you'll be getting stuff from like 5 minutes ago sometimes. So it's really nice in case like maybe I walked all the way down this crossroad but I didn't actually go and pick it up. Which is why I recommend like getting item pickup range level 10, because once it hits level 10 you're almost hitting the whole screen. So as long as stuff dies on your screen, you can pretty much pick it up by moving like see all the way to the far to the right, there's one. So if I move over just like 2 steps, it comes to me. I think that's pretty strong. As my normal PSA warning, I don't normally go for this chest at 20 minutes if I'm not playing Cultist. Wow, look, 6. 6. Do you guys see that? That is my 6th relic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Base damage +4 right now. Guys, that is absolutely absurd. Regardless of if you play this game or if you do not play this game, there's a 1 in 18 chance of getting drops on this thing. 1 in 18 chance. And I'm just getting it. I don't even know how that's fair. And now my boss damage is significantly higher with this. Oh my god. Holy. You know, I was joking when I said that I was going to get 3 more. What in the actual heck, guys? Yeah, I was joking when I said I was gonna get, you know, that many more chain lightning relics, but I actually ended up getting exactly the amount of chain lightning relics that I could possibly get, which is, let's go through 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I have base damage plus 6, guys. That is absolutely absurd. Look at that lightning strike. Look at how big that orb is. If I get one more at 25, I'm gonna quit. I'm never gonna play this game again. This will be my last video. This proves, if nothing else, there has to be something just inherently wrong with the code. It's like there's an if statement in there that says, like, if player gets chain light shock, then give them a relic every single time for it. I have 8 relics. 8 relics. You know how many chests you get to open up? You get to open a chest at 5 minutes. You get to open a chest at 7 minutes. So that's 2. Okay. You got 2 more at 10 and 14. Okay, so that's 4. Then you have one at 15. That's 5. You have 20 and 21. That's 7. And then you have one at 25. So in total, that's going to, say it with me, be 8 chests. I currently have 8 chain light shock relics. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm so happy that I'm recording this right now, just so I could go out of my way to ask the developer if they just have some type of personal bias on chain light shock, because that just doesn't make any logical sense. If we did the math to see if I would be able to get that many relics, I think it would be some absurd number, unless in the code, you know, it's like, oh, chain light shock 1 of 1. Every time you open a chest, you're gonna get chain light shock. Yeah. This just blows my mind. This is definitely a highlight in my career of Nomad Survival, or just games in general. This luck is absurd. So I appreciate you doing that for me, Nomad Survivor developer. I always call it Nomad Survivor. It's a bad. If this is chain light shock, I quit. Thank you. Thank you for being normal. I appreciate it, game. At least there's some fairness, you know? It was probably like going over the numbers, like, oh, okay, he hit 8 already. We should probably not give him a 9th one, because if he gets the 9th one, it just says chain light shock one-shots everything. I feel like that would be fair. I feel like if you get 10 of one type of relic, you deserve to one-shot everything with any ability. I don't care if it's immaterial cloak that does no damage. It says on activation, everything dies. That would be the only fair thing to do. Also, just look at how big abilities get when you get skill size to the max level. The specters are ginormous. The arrows are huge. Spectral sword is ginormous. We can't really see chain light shock right now because not enough things are spawning, but you can see the explosions. They're almost the same size as the colorless glyph around me. So, pretty absurd. Pretty absurd. The reason why I like these specters so much is that they also have knockback. And so when you get them to go just stand in front of somebody, for the most part, they're not going to ever make it to you. And I just think that's really nice. It's a very strong boss skill. Come on, where you at? There you go. Nice. This is crazy. I can't believe that that's what we got, honestly. It's just absolutely absurd. Yeah, this is ridiculous. It's hard for me to wrap my head around, like, this is maybe my 16th or 17th video for this game. And within recording all of those videos, I mean, I've played hundreds of playthroughs just trying to get exactly what it is I'm looking for, so that I could show you guys like what each of the relics do, what the abilities look like at level 10, etc, etc. And the fact that this video is almost like a secondhand thought. Like, Chain Lightshock wasn't something that I was really concerned about making a video for. I think everyone that plays the game uses the ability because it is so strong. And so I was like, oh, you know, I have a little time tonight before I head off to bed. I'm gonna make this Chain Lightshock video just because I think it could be a really good video. And dude, joke's on me. It's more than a good video. That is for dang sure. Wow, look at look how quickly those things died. Yeah, I mean, this isn't that surprising. Anything with +8, freaking +8. Oh my gosh, so many relics. Yeah, like always, it overperforms. It's generally my top damage or second. There's very few abilities that will deal more damage than Chain Lightshock. Colorless Glyph is the only thing I think that would consistently out DPS it. And it normally does way more damage than this when you're playing on Dry Marsh. I think that's just purely because the HP totals of the mobs on that map are a lot lower. But yeah, I'm glad you guys were all here. This is absolutely ridiculous. I should have not gotten that many relics for Chain Lightshock. I'm really happy I recorded this. If you guys like the build, I don't know what else to say. This specific Chain Lightshock build, I'm gonna do, you know, 8 relics. It's 12 of 10, best build in the game. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Well, if you guys like the video, feel free to give a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I will be back on the next one. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Bye bye.